Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're doing fantastic. Well, it is Friday night. We've got a last stream on for you. I mean, one of them ones really that Vítor Pereira has been named as Forest, been confirmed by Fabrizio and other things by the club. The club been really quiet since they put that Sunday tweet out late Wednesday night, first morning. They've been busy trying to get this replacement. And obviously, especially with us not paying for next Thursday, they are just trying to get things settled down and all that. But yeah, I mean, it is that he has got the job and all that. We all know that now. And I think fair play him for actually getting the job and all that, because I think we needed a manager and we all knew that. And yeah, it's a shame that it has happened like it has, especially with um get your comments coming in. Tell us what you think in the comments below. On how you feel about Pereira being manager. I know he got us safe last season. Oh, well, us safe. I mean, Wolves safe from relegation. Yeah, not starting out for them as well. But when you had your best players play, Little Black Junior and all that, it's gonna have an effect on you. And they was on downward spiral. I mean, um, for them to come to us, I think yeah, you probably have a pretty better squad than yeah, that Wolves. Didn't they show that? And I think that it will show with how he wants to play. He will want to play a 3-4-2-1, 3-4-3 sort of formation that most European football managers do now. I mean, he has had success at other clubs like Olympiacos, your Portos and that. So I know it's not Premier League, and did work out for him, especially when he first came in quite well. We've all seen how they got on at that new management. But I think, especially with Forest, that the fans need to get behind the club at the minute, especially with that this everything what's going off. Obviously, we all know there's a massive thing going off with Edu, and he's taking a lot of the flat for it, which he should, because since before he came in, it's was all rosy, and since obviously Edu came in, it's just gone to pot. So he is taking all of it, and I think he deserves to take it, because I think it has gone tits up. We actually shouted that. I do feel like with Forest that we need to show, they need to show that bit of, yeah, um, we need to be like, yeah, we have got rid, yeah, we need to improve, yeah, we need to show what we need to do, and they need to be that unite between the Forest first team, well, between everyone at the club, because I know a lot of people aren't happy with how Edu is being at the minute within the club, and I feel like, especially with like I think everything is starting to spell out now what is actually going on, and it's not a United front. And I think that it's a shame that it's not. I feel like that lots going on. Like, obviously, there have been reports coming out suggesting that none of the three main players, Anderson, Murillo, Gisrat, are the ones that potentially gone to Man United and complained about his training methods. A lot of reports, some reports that came out surfaced today said that all he wanted to do is do the physical side of things, not any ball work, which it does show to some extent in terms of like thing. But we will only see what we see on YouTube clips and all that. We won't see the full whack of it. So I think that that will always be the case. I think that especially with how some players were. You know what? It's similar sort of thing to what happened under Martin O'Neill when he was there. He got sacked because a couple of the players like Dawson and Jelly all went up to the hierarchy and said that they weren't happy with um, how they were. So I think they shared that it must be a common theme, and obviously Man United must not be happy with um what he has seen. And obviously, when it's like when Andrew was here, fan base turns, and obviously he got set. So yeah, you can tell a lot of things will be happening, and it happened throughout. It weren't as quick as hands in getting sacked, but you get the gist that it was sooner gone. Get in comments below. Tell us what you think to it all. How do you feel? Like, are you happy with Pereira? Are you happy with the changing? I think a lot of people was happy with that. I think a lot of us wanted it to work out for him, but I think it not worked out. I think a lot of Everton fans weren't happy with him, and yeah, just one of them ones really with it all. I think that hopefully now that the club can, I think the fan base do need to get behind the team, and all this and all that. Mr. Turton put that. Um, I can't imagine what explosive Turton will say what he needs to say if he needs to. Yeah, I think that's had that. A lot of things are is going off, and I think that um, that's had that the fan base do need to get banned club now more than ever. Look at the teams below us, all them that are getting banned their teams, and even though there's stuff going off at West Ham, we all know that that's been quite funny. They get banned team and they're getting results. Burnley are. I know they're probably was thinking to go down. They picked up a surprising result against Palace. Wolves obviously got this against us, but they're behind there, even though how bad it was. I'm not saying our fan base don't get behind the team because we do. And I know that frustration's boiling over, especially Wednesday night. And I've couple funny. Um yeah, well I get 1 minute, let me put the link in the down. Let me be the one to love me for a reason. Can't even find the link for it now. Um, but yeah, I think a lot is going on, especially with the club. We all know that now. Um, found it. But yeah, I think there has to be a lot of unity now, and I think, especially with the club, it's not the best. I'm jumping the thingy into the chat. Um, Here you go, Luke, if you want to jump on, links is in the comments. But yeah, I mean, seeing what's going on at the club, and I think a lot of it is down to Eddie, and I think Man has put a lot of trust in him. Why change something when you don't need changing? That's still recruit that normally does go around quite a bit. Why change something when things aren't broken? And yeah, it has shown quite a bit. So that's another probably frustrating side of things. That has came from all of this. Didn't know she had that. So I think I was curious. Obviously, we have got a full manager first Premier League club to do that in a in Premier League history. So yeah, I just feel like at the minute, and hopefully Luke's gonna jump on and he will have his opinion. We all know how Luke is, especially in terms of his opinions and all that. So, but yeah, it's just probably frustrating times and just this uncertainty. And I think the club need to say something on it because um it's something not right, and I think that it can't carry on like it is in terms of everything. And I think Man Atkins need to do a statement. Someone needs to come out and say, "Yeah, it's going tits up. We need to do something about it." Tony saying, even Tony, hope you are well." But yeah, the club need to come out and say something to reassure the fans because something ain't right. And it's spinning over now. I know they do want to say no more comment after that's going. Yeah, I get that, but I wish the club could be that bit more communicated with the fan base and actually be like, tell us what you think in comments below to it. We have got the super chats, we have got the subscriptions on and everything. So I'm not got the members club. So if I get them out on the that and say it whilst I can. And Mr. Turton, good evening.
Evening.
And I know this is going to be. I know you're very strong on your opinion. So, um, anyway, we all know that. Obviously, 20 new start. Let's kick on. Go on, then, Luke. What's your take on it all?
Well, we have 12, 13 games to rescue what was supposed to be a hugely exciting season that has turned into an absolute shambolic mess.
Yeah, you probably nailed it on a nutshell for that.
I mean, look, at the end of the day, I've not found many fans that could actually see sticking and it actually working because it was an absolute joke the other night. Having the ball in the 18-yard box, and instead of hitting shots, we passed it wide and passed it wide and passed it wide. And if you haven't got the message yet, we passed it wide.
What was that
I
again?
mean, I mean, I get it. The players are probably low on confidence. They probably weren't believing in what Dyche was telling them to do. But come on, you're Premier League footballers, and you're passing the ball in places where you should be hitting it. It was clearly a tactic, but it was a weak tactic, and it's even weaker to follow the tactic when you know it's not going to work.
Mhm. Yeah. I mean, did you want that, Scott? Or was that a really, really daft question to ask you?
Once they want it to fail, I think
I think we
everybody
all
was
like that.
hoping. I think everyone was hoping that because he had probably the best squad he's ever worked with, that we wanted this to work. We wanted it to be something that it turned out not to be. He seems to only know one way to play, and turning our group of very talented footballers into workhorses. And it's just not there. They're not capable of it. You have to set these players up to play a certain way.
Mm.
And to a degree, the guy's right. There was too many shots from outside the box. But there are only shots outside the box because no one was actually shooting inside the box. They were passing it wide. I mean, if you actually had shots inside the box and the desperation from Milenkovic, from Aina, from Williams wouldn't be there because the players further forward should be hitting them in the box.
Mm. I mean, I don't know how it was near you at the front because I know you sit right in front of me, but a bit lower down. But everyone around me, they was wanting the players to shoot outside the box. But when they had a shot and it went tits up, they were moaning because the shots weren't best. And I went, it was catch 22, really.
Yeah, the trouble is though, Dan, is the players the, the fans want the players to shoot around the box because
Mm.
then if they actually get it to go on target and it bounces, it's going to bounce closer. The
Mm.
problem is they're hitting them, and instead of going on target, they're more likely to hit you at the back of the stand
Yeah.
or Phil. Like the thi- the
Probably get
thing
some
is
more than me.
the thing is right. We're wanting them to shoot, but we also know what quality these players have got. We know they can hit it better than what they have been doing. That's the frustration. These players are better than they have shown, way better. So again, entitled to complain when these decisions aren't going the way they should go. And I mean, again, one game you can just about forgive for set pieces not quite being right. But it's been all season. It doesn't matter who's been the manager. All season, our set plays have been absolutely atrocious.
Mm. Yeah, they have been, to be fair. Michael said, 4 managers one season won't raise sort of money Forest had to pay. Yeah. That's 16 million euros, wasn't it?
Thing is, right, it was a waste of money hiring Ange, because then you had to fire him. I mean, look, that was just stupid. I think everyone was saying get Deitch in when Ange left, because, to be honest, it was an itch that had to be scratched, because he kept coming up in the list. Now we know how it ends up. It won't be mentioned ever again. So
Yeah.
at least we've got that out of the way now. The thing is, right, none of this should ever have happened. Now, this is a totally different video altogether. I could sit here all day and pick apart right from the summer all the way through of decisions and questions that have to be answered and that have gone wrong, right? But yeah, four managers is embarrassing. We should have stuck with the first one.
Yeah. Tony said about a playmaker on the bench when McAtee shame Darts didn't know this. I mean, I know it's had horrible, but I think that one Darts played in that many times in that. Well, the last time he did play him, he got man of the match and scored. I'll rephrase that. But I don't know why I didn't want to trust him enough to not.
That
I thought he would have made up for it.
I agree with that, actually, with the McAtee thing. It's McAtee had one good game against a very poor Ferencváros side, right?
Mm.
He should have come on, right? If you are struggling to open an opposition up that are bottom of the table, right, and didn't really look any better than us, to be honest, to only bring on Jesus for Luca and Adoy for Hudson-Odoi, which are basically like for like,
Mm.
you're not changing anything. You're not doing anything different. You had McAtee on the bench. You had Taiwo on the bench. You got there are two players right there in the last game had an amazing game and have not been seen since. Well,
Mm.
how do these players play themselves into the team in these games and come on off the bench if your manager's just going to stand there and go, well, we'll use Ndoye and we'll lose Jesus and we'll use Jesus and that's it, we'll
Mm.
stop.
Which,
And
yeah, I think. Oops, sorry, go on.
he contradicts this, by the way, where in that Ferencváros game, when he had the option to not use important players and put a few of the kids on, he then puts 5 first team players on in a game that was already 4-0 up.
Mm.
So, to be quite honest with you, the guy is a mind boggle.
Yeah, I'm going to say you thought you would have done that and changed it up. But even then, yeah, what you're saying completely right.
Yeah,
And then it's going to get to a point where it's just going to have a knock on effect. I mean, Pereira looked like he's got the job from been confirmed by every other report from Forest itself. I know Fabrizio and all that. I know Forest's been dead quiet since sacking. Probably because they're having a couple of days off. But I mean, are you happy with Pereira?
I sound like a broken record. Yesterday, I had about an hour or two scrolling posts and just putting the same thing on each post. Vítor Pereira had a great run when he first went into Wolves, right? And they had it through Ait Nori, Sarabia, and Cunha, right? It is no kind of, it's not hard to work out why Wolves are where they are when they sell out Nori to Man City, they've sold Sarabia, and they've sold Cunha to Man United. I mean, that to me explains their troubles in a nutshell as to what's gone on. They didn't replace them very well to start off with either. So you lost 3 key players that were crucial to his upturn in form. So it's hard to really say that he'd actually do that bad with us, because everywhere else he's been successful.
Yeah, I'm saying. Marinakis had him twice at Olympiacos in 2 different spells as well.
I mean, okay, he's had spells at Olympiacos, he's had a spell at Fenerbahce.
Porto as well.
So, it's not that hard to just think, you know what? We have got a very good squad here that's been underperforming under now 2 managers that they clearly didn't believe in. Well, okay. Vítor Pereira has got to get this squad together. He's got to mould it, and he's got to go, okay, well, what pieces can I use to their strengths? Because that's what really frustrates me. You've got players with strengths, and we're not using it. Sean Dyche turned Anderson from a world kind of class midfielder to just an average midfielder in his time here. That's criminal. And to be honest, you've got to think, well, okay, what were the keys last year? Anderson and Gibbs White.
Yeah.
All right. We sold the important one, and the one at the top's injured. But you've got players up there now that can score goals. You have got wide players that, if they're played in the right way and they've been given the right tactics, they can be effective. I mean, there's a reason why Nuno wanted Dan and Doy, and why Dan and Doy's best 2 games in a Forest shirt were the 2 under Nuno at the start of the season.
Yeah.
Well, okay, what is it then that made Dan and Doy effective for those 2 games, and what is it now not happening for the rest of the season?
And you don't turn into a bad player overnight. Like
the guy's an international for Switzerland.
Switzerland, yeah.
So he can't be that bad. Like, he's just not being used right. His confidence isn't there.
Yeah. I think it's going to be over 40 points anyway. If that, I think you're going to. I can see it being probably a 45 pointer to at least be mathematical save.
Thing is, there are teams that are falling, okay, and there are teams where their fans are absolutely convinced that it doesn't matter who the manager is, it's just papering over cracks. We just have to not be one of them.
Yeah.
I mean, you listen to Spurs fans after they sacked Thomas Frank, they were basically begging to go down. Well, all right then, have it, take it. We won't stop you. Like, we have had 3 chances this season, right? All under Dyche, where the door was wide open to put daylight between us and the bottom 3. And we've just stood there looking at the open door. Now we've got to go and do it the Forest way, the hard way. Because let's face it, Dan, it's Forest. We do everything the hard way. And you end up thinking at the end of the season, well, that was fun. Not. But at least make a go of the last 12, 13 games. Exactly, Tony. Exactly. I totally agree. If we'd have kept Dyche, we would have gone down, because we were just getting progressively worse.
Yeah. I mean, we've got let's have a bit of a breather from it all before we go again. I mean, we have got no game this weekend with the FA Cup and all that, so we've got this breather where I mean, if Pereira as came in, probably don't get them in tomorrow, introduce himself and just look at everything before Fenerbahce, then even then we ain't got he won't have if we have to Thursday, then after that he's gonna be like pretty much on the ball right up to Man City.
You see, he's not got long,
Mm,
but again, you've just got to look at the pieces you've got and use the pieces you've got in the most basic way. You you set it up. You're looking, okay, you've got, if you want to play a back three with wing backs, with two in the middle and then a front three, well,
mm,
okay, arrange it. Do it for Fenerbahce. And you've got different selection you can do for the Liverpool game because the squads are slightly different. But again, be smart.
mm.
The the thing is, right, we know we have players that can do it.
Yeah.
You've just got to match them up right and put the puzzle together.
Mm. And that's true. We probably have got the squad for wing backs as well, especially with the German left back Nico can create wing back as well. Then it's just getting that back three right, and we know the central two don't be Sangari, Anderson. Then it'd be a matter of who plays around the other plays up top.
I think that what did it for Deitch as well for me was that Leeds back four. When you
Oh,
have
yeah.
got fullbacks that are fit, like Luke Nets, he had to play. I don't I don't care whether he's 22 or not. The guy's played 100 Bundesliga games. For me,
Mm,
that's enough. You're experienced at that point, and you stick him in. I mean, he's more experienced than what when we played Zach Abbott the other side. I mean,
yeah.
but again, we we need to find confidence. And all right, Fenerbahce is going to be hard, but they're all going to be hard because the games that we really should have made kind of more of, we didn't. So
Mm.
now we're going to have to go and do it the Forest way.
Tony put in this.
Yeah, I
But
mean,
yeah, done.
I'm I'm fairly I'm fairly confident that as long as the manager comes in and starts getting us going in the right direction, but actually taking chances,
Mm.
then I think we'll be okay. Because there are still games that I consider us being able to win if we are on it. The thing is, can we be on it?
Yeah, that sort of thing. And obviously, especially with the whole, yeah, if we get through Europe, I know there's going to be more games, but then even then, it's one of them ones we have to be more on it.
Yeah, I mean, again, we've lost the opportunity to rotate the squad a lot because Fenerbahce, you're probably going to play your first team.
Mm.
But again, this is where you use your bench. You play your players into some kind of form that then the manager has an option to go, okay, well, switching you in and you out isn't really going to make much of a drop off. The,
Yeah.
the onus is now on the squad to go, okay, well, we've now got rid of 3 managers in the season. Like, now we've actually got to do something to actually make sure that we don't also add a relegation to our kind of history as well as a player.
Yeah. True.
Because player pride and kind of player belief will have some part in this, where players will not want to add a relegation to their CV.
Nah.
So, all right then, go improve it. Go and do something about it. Don't think you're better than it, because if you think you're better than it and you don't put the effort in to prove you're better than it, then you're just going to go down and not be better than it. So go out, put the work in, and stop being so scared of shooting. That's the most annoying thing for me. If you're inside the box and you have a chance to shoot, like Morgan Gibbs White did, by the way, in the second half, when he passed it off to the left-hand side, that's a shot. Under Nuno, that's a shot.
Yeah.
That's what frustrates me. You know, in previous seasons, that would be a shot.
All day long.
And while we're on the subject of Morgan Gibbs White, can he please stop telling different stands to shut up? When corners are going into the side netting constantly, non-stop, game after game, I think there's a point where you get to the tipping point of being a little bit frustrated.
Yeah.
If you don't want us to show frustration, do something about it.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
You're gonna be criticised. It's going to happen.
It's just like therapy for you.
Yes, actually. Yes, it is.
The explosive curtains, but
I saw you were live and I thought I just have to.
yeah. Hopefully we'll be back for the last 8 games. That's another one that has been a bit funny. I know there's been some things about stuff about him, but about injuries and that. But do you think it's kind of gone for what if now? And I know it's what if he has been fit? Could you see a bit more daylight in things in for his, in this one under Anjan Pod? I know he's scored it under Ange, but do you think Chris would have that more effect under Dodge? I know it's but what if, but
I think that you may have had a few more goals from the pure fact that Chris Wood's very smart. In the fact he knows where to be. The reality is, though, he wasn't fit, and we're in this position. And the annoying thing is we didn't play to the strengths of the striker we had at the time. Like we all go on about, oh, Jesus has got X amount of goals in the Premier League. Yeah, but look at the service he actually had to get the goals that he's actually got. I mean, if you actually played to his strength like he was at Botafogo, he'd have more goals. It's not rocket science.
I know what you mean. You're right with what you're saying. But yeah, yeah, I don't know what else to
Give me
say
one
really.
second.
Like it's just one of them ones. I think how you're covering it, it's absolutely spot on.
But I think, to be fair, look, I'm not worried because we've been here before twice and have found a way out of it. This squad is strong, and ability wise, we can do it. We need a manager that just looks at it and goes, why are we here? Like, play this way, you won't be here. But
yeah, definitely.
The Everton game for me at home was the one where I started to just be totally bemused by Dyche because ball after ball after ball was just thrown into the box, and they'd got giants at the back, and we'd got little Jesus. I felt sorry for Jesus. He's great in the air, but there's no competing against Tarkowski and Keane, or Tarkowski and O'Brien. I can't remember who exactly it was now.
I think also Brian Tolsowski. I think top of my
I
head.
don't know. I can't remember. They got giants anyway, and you just kept slinging it into Jesus, and there was no real competition. I genuinely, Dyche is a lovely guy. All three of them are lovely guys, but they're just not equipped for the squad we had.
Yeah.
And sometimes managers are just not kind of there for the players that you've got, and that's okay. Different squads work for different managers. I'm hoping that Vítor can knit this together,
Yeah,
because
definitely.
to be honest, he got 7 wins out of 9 when he went in at Wolves, and they were in the bottom 3. This could be quite fun.
Yeah, definitely. Have you got any more opinions of your on things?
Have I got any more opinions? I've got lots more opinions, Dan, but I don't think you're going to be quite available for the amount of opinions I've got. So we can wrap it up if you like.
Yeah, they will tell everyone where they can find you.
So I'm still semi-active on TikTok, Turton Talks Football. So that's mainly where I am. I'm going to start rebooting my YouTube, I think, as well for Turton Talks Football. So I'll be doing a bit on there. Yeah, that's mainly it, to be honest.
Okay. If you want to listen to Luke, Luke, aka Explosive Turtle, do find him on there. Thank you for coming on anyway.
No worries. I know you enjoy my little rants.
I love it. I miss listening to you once. And actually, thank you for watching, guys, and see you in a bit.